Hello friends, in this tutorial I want to show you that using free plugins will be enough for getting high page speed score, and it's generally much simpler and much easier to get high page speed score using free plugins rather than using paid pro plugins. So paid plugins are marketed heavily and usually they work because they have a great promise and they have good tutorials, good documentation, good marketing, and users are happy using them. But not all of the users with paid plugins, with pro plugins, are able to get high page speed score. And that's because most of the plugins have lots of features. It's relevant to paid and free plugins as well. But users expect that if I pay for something, it will fix my page speed score without any issues and I will have always fast website. What you actually need for fast website is knowledge. So if without knowledge, if you have whichever plugin you use, you cannot get high page speed score. But with understanding what exactly you need to optimize, which settings you need to use, you will be able to get high page speed score. So on my websites, I usually don't use any paid plugins, and I use simplest plugin to do the job, and in most cases they are without any settings. Like if I find that simplest plugin, I will prefer using plugin without any settings at all. So activate it and it will do its job. But let me show you some of the websites that I came across on the web. So this website uses a paid plugin and it gets like 55 page speed score. It has some optimizations done, but not like missing one optimization or two optimizations will break your page speed score, like in this case. So if we check details, we can see that first contentful paint is 8 seconds and largest contentful paint is 13 seconds, which is too high. And from screenshots, you can see that lots of blank frames appear here, and in report, you can easily see that render blocking requests, lots of render blocking requests. Most of them are external, some of them are internal. And if we check, for example, network dependencies tree, we can see that it uses Google Fonts, it has CSS, like not much shown here, but we can see that page is slow. For example, here it says that we have too many JavaScript, which is not used. And this website is WordPress website, obviously, and it's using WP Rocket plugin, which is paid plugin. And even PageSpeed Insights shows us that we can optimize it by like applying different settings in this plugin. But website owner has not done it, and that's why it gets this poor page speed score. And this is the case when site owner will understand what needs to be done in order to get high page speed score. So for example, usually you can break requirement to get a high page speed score in 4 parts. Like first one is using page cache, which will store generated this page in your cache, and next time users request this page, it will be super fast because it's saved copy of that page. And second part is optimizing images, then optimizing CSS files, which is styles like colors, fonts, like location, all of them. And third part is optimizing JavaScript. So you optimize only those parts. If you focus on it without over-optimizing, without messing with settings, you will be fine. Can get high page speed score. For example, let me show you another website. For example, this website is also using paid plugin, and its for page speed score is 69, which is low. So as you can see, largest contentful paint is poor and first contentful paint is poor as well. So first contentful paint is 3 seconds, largest contentful paint is almost 6 seconds. And again, we see lots of suggestions, recommendations. So if you don't apply these suggestions, if you don't use them, it will not help you to get that high page speed score. And you can apply these settings, you can apply these recommendations with either with paid or with free plugins, whichever plugin you use. So let me show you my own website. Here I get 100 page speed score. It is a WordPress website. As you can see, it renders from first frame, and in first contentful paint is less than 1 second, and largest contentful paint is 1.4 seconds. And I am using only free plugins here. So I use, as I mentioned earlier, I use only 4 optimizations. So I use a page cache with simplest plugin possible. I don't change any settings there. I use a cache enabler plugin. So it's simplest plugin. It has settings page, but you don't need to check anything. Just save it and it automatically optimizes for it automatically caches your page until you clear your page manually by clicking clear cache button. What I like in the simple plugins, because it's not overloaded with lots of settings. Yes, we can see lots of checkboxes, but you don't have to check any of them. Actually, if you check some of them, you may complicate your setup and your website may slow down. So I prefer not checking them. And if you read carefully, most of them are clearing cache. I prefer clearing them manually when I add some new pages, some updates. So another plugin that I use is for optimizing JavaScript files. And it's a lazy loading JavaScript file. So when users click, scroll, or make mouse movement, it will load, and only then those JavaScript files will be loaded. Initially, it will render page completely, as you can see here. So you don't need to have JavaScript to show initial page content. I don't use any image optimization plugin here because I upload already optimized images. So this is my own website, and I usually reduce page image size before uploading. If you don't optimize images before uploading, then you can use a simple image optimization plugin. For example, on this website, I use Eve Image Optimizer, and it resizes images like to 1000 by 1000 size and reduces its size. So you can see that how many megabytes it's saved already. So by reducing image size. So when you upload a big image, it can be from your phone, from professional camera, and that can be like big images like 2 megabytes and 4 megabytes, 10 megabytes even images. So if you don't want to have that big image in your website, you can use a smaller version with reduced page size, like in a couple hundred kilobytes will be enough for your website. Using an exact plugin for fixing exact issue that you have on your website is best option instead of having one super plugin, one mega plugin that can fix everything, but it also can break lots of things if you don't know what you're doing. So just checking boxes or clicking buttons will not fix your page speed and will not get you high page speed. Here is another report for a different website. This is demo website. I here also get 100 page speed score, and I use here Elementor plugin. And as you might know, Elementor has lots of features, lots of CSS, lots of JavaScript, lots of animations. So it's a demo website. I have custom fonts here as well. I have animations, I have videos, and these are also animated when you first visit it. So let's refresh it. As you can see, and these are all custom Google fonts, and I get high page speed score, close to 100, sometimes 100 page speed score here. And it's all done with understanding what to optimize. For example, I need to optimize here Google fonts. I need to optimize here local fonts or remove local fonts. And then I inlined all CSS files here because Elementor has like 20 or 30 different CSS files, which was slowing down, which was render blocking. For that reason, I inlined them all, and so they are visible in page source. I use page cache here. Also, so it's like different plugin, like specific plugin for each issue, and that way you will have a 100 page speed score, fast page speed score. And even with simple plugins, you can break this page speed score if you use it without knowing, without understanding. If you are using a paid plugin, spend some time to optimize only important parts of your website, only use settings that are relevant for your web page speed. And if you are not using, if you have not purchased any paid plugin or relying on any paid plugin, then you can achieve good page speed scores using only free plugins. I have a checklist that you can use for optimizing your WordPress websites. I use it for my WordPress websites, and you can download it from my website webpa.com/speed. It's simple to follow PDF checklist. Also, I have 2 different tutorials, like full tutorials about optimizing WordPress website with using only free plugins. One video is optimizing WordPress website built with Elementor. It has step-by-step optimization for images, for CSS, for JavaScript, for caching. And another video is optimizing just WordPress website, like general WordPress website. So make sure to watch them as well. I will post the link in the description. See you in those videos. Bye.